Hello friends, my name is Arun Kishore Voleti and welcome to my channel Learn Deep. We are currently in Python playlist and from my past few videos I have been taking a problem and I am clearly explaining you how to solve that problem. So today also I will take one easy problem but I will frame the question in such a way so that you may feel that it is somewhat difficult to solve. But before solving the question I am saying it is very easy problem, hardly it will take 5 lines of code to reach the output. So let's see the question. The problem statement is continuous sum palindrome. So this is the question. I'll read out it for you. Arun is very interested in mathematics. He loves playing with numbers. One day he observed something strange with numbers. At some point of time, each number is capable of producing palindrome if its reverse is added to it. Arun started playing with the logic. He first took 123 as his number and he reversed it, so he got 321. Now he added them to get 444, which is a palindrome. But it is not very easy every time. The second number he took is 192. Reverse it and add 291 gives 483. Again 483 plus 384 is 867. 867 is also not a palindrome. So 867 plus 768 is 1635. As 1635 is also not a palindrome, 1635 plus 5361 is 6996, which is a palindrome. So Arun needs your help. Help him by writing a program which takes a number as input from the user, computes everything and finally prints the palindrome which is formed by continuous sum. So input format is a single integer, output format is a single integer representing the formed palindrome from that number. So this is what the question is. If you want, you can pause this question and try to figure out the logic. So I'll tell you the logic now. Reading the entire question is useless. Just skim this question and try to find out the essential part of this question. And the heart of this question is this single statement. At some point of time, each number is capable of producing palindrome if its reverse is added to it continuously. So one time or the other, if you start adding reverse of a number to the same number continuously, at one point of time, it will definitely result a palindrome. So this is what our logic. We are going to write a program to do this continuous sum. And no matter what is the number, we need to first reverse the number and we have to add that number to the original given number. After adding this only, we need to check whether it is a palindrome or not. No matter whether the entire number is palindrome or not, we are going to reverse it and add it firstly. So let's try to write an algorithm for this. The first step of algorithm is every time taking input. And the second step is we need to reverse the number and we need to add the reversed number to the original number. These two steps are the basic steps which you are going to perform after seeing this question. And the third step is very important. We need to run a loop so that the loop only breaks or the loop only terminates when the number becomes palindrome. Inside the loop, what we have to do? We need to perform the continuous sum. So what we have done here, we have started taking a number, we have reversed the number and we have added the number. This is the first two steps. And from the third step, what we have to do? We have to reverse the number, we need to add it to the number and we need to check whether the number is palindrome or not. If it is not palindrome, again reverse the number and add it to the number and check whether this number is palindrome or not. If it is not palindrome, again reverse the number, add it to the number and check whether the number is palindrome or not. If this number is palindrome, then break out of the loop and print that palindrome number. This is what our program is. So without wasting any time, quickly write the program for this problem statement. So what I'll do is I'll take number is equal to int of input of enter any number. So let me tell you one thing. If you didn't watch my previous video on finding whether a number is palindrome or not, pause this video and go to that video. First watch that video completely because in that video I have discussed three approaches. The first one is to find whether the number is palindrome or not. The second one is to find whether a string is palindrome or not. And the third approach is whether you have entered a number or you have entered a string. I'll directly take it as a string and I'll directly verify whether the string is palindrome or not. So In this video, I'm going to make use of the third approach which I have discussed in my previous video. So I'll advise you to watch my previous video and then come back to this video and watch from this step. What I have to do now, I have to reverse a number and I have to add it to the same number. I'll directly do like this. I'll take the number and I'll add the reverse of a number. So to reverse a number, what I'll do is I'll convert my number into string and then I'll directly reverse that string. Again, I am going to convert my string into integer. So for better understanding, what I'll do is I'll go to terminal and I'll show how this step is going to be executed. First of all, I'll take a number. Let me say my number is 123. So what I'll do, first I'll convert this number into a string. So 123 is converted into a string successfully. The indication is it is enclosed into a single quotes. Now what I'll do, I'll reverse this number. Str of number colon minus 1. So don't worry about this double colon minus 1, it's just slicing and I'll explain it in my video which I will make on strings. So what I have done, I have reversed the string successfully. So again I have to convert the string into integer. So what I will do is, I will just do type conversion into integer. So it is going to give me 321. What I will do, I will write these both steps in a single step. I'll take this number, I'll convert it into string, I'll reverse the string, again I'll convert it into integer. Now what I'll do is, I'll add with my original number. So I'm going to get the summation result of 123 plus 321. So this is what I am going to perform in this step. I'll take a number, I'll add the reversed number of original number to it. Clear? So after doing this, what I have to do, I need to take a loop which will break only when this number is palindrome, which implies the loop has to continue unless and until the number is not a palindrome. So I'll take a while loop. See, here we can do it in two ways. The first way is take an infinite loop and give a breaking condition like if number double equal to, okay, what I'll do is I'll just copy this entire line, Control C. So what I'm checking here, whether a number is palindrome or not. If it is true, I can just break out of the loop. No matter this loop is going to execute, what I have to do, I need to do this same step continuously. That's why the problem statement is named as continuous sum palindrome. So I'll get into the loop. I'll check first whether the number is palindrome or not. Like if I have 123, I'm going to get 321, I'm going to get 444. So while after I'm going inside the loop, I'll check whether 444 is palindrome or not. If 444 is palindrome, I'm going to break out of the loop. In the second case, I am having 192 as my number. So I am going to add 391 to that number. I am getting 291 to that number. I am getting 483. So I will check whether 483 is a palindrome or not. As 483 is not a palindrome, this if condition is not going to be executed. This number part will be executed. Again, that number will be reversed and added. So I am going to get another number. As this is an infinite loop, again this if condition will be executed. It will check whether the number is palindrome or not. As it is not a palindrome, again the number will be executed. So finally, at one point of time, I am going to get 6996 from 192. Now the 6996 will be checked whether it is a palindrome or not. As it is a palindrome, the control will shift out of the loop by a break condition. So now what I will do, I will just print the number. So if I execute this one, okay, I have to give one more brace to it. This is of if condition. So if I give my number as 123, I'm going to get 444. Similarly, if I give my input as 192, I'm going to get 6996. But instead of writing this if condition, what I can do, as we all know, while also take a boolean value. If the value is true, it is going to get inside the loop, and if it is false, it is going to exit out of the loop. I have to continue inside this loop as long as my number is not a palindrome. So what I can do, instead of writing like this, I'll write If my number is not a palindrome, execute this loop. So I can directly eliminate all these conditions. So as long as my number is not a palindrome, I'm going inside the loop and I'm adding reverse of the number to it. Once my number has become palindrome, this condition is going to become false, and then I'm going to exit outside of the loop. I'll just print the number. So if I run this one and if I give the inputs as 123, I'm going to get 444. Similarly, if I give my other input as 192, I'm going to get 6996. Not only these numbers, take number of your wish. I'm just giving randomly, and I'm going to get the output as a palindrome number, which is formed by my given number. So in this way, you can write the program for continuous sum palindrome. And I'm saying repeatedly, just remember, writing program is like a piece of cake for anyone if you know the logic. So prior to writing program, you need to focus on developing the logic. Once you got logic in your hand, writing program is just like it's a thing in your fingertips. So do focus on logic and do read the essential part of the question by skipping the unnecessary part of the question, because reading the essential part is very very important. It will only come through practice. Through practice only you can know, okay, this is the essential part and I need to focus on it. So focus on questions which are given in this manner, because these type of questions are very very important in many campus recruitment drives. The question is very very simple and they'll frame the question such that you may feel it is difficult. They'll cook a story for you. They'll say there is a farmer, he lived in a village, there is a crop, he want to change the crop from one to another, like he wants to transport this output from one place to another place, so he's using something, it will take 2 rupees per kilometer. Like this he'll cook a story, but then the result of the program is you need to do an LCM, or you need to do an HCF, or you need to do something like this, reversing and adding. So the logic will be very simple, but the question will look like it's a lengthy question. It's reading the question is also very tough and solving the question is also very tough. So the questionnaires will create this type of impact on you by framing the question in such a way. So you need to get out of the distraction and you need to successfully figure out which part of the question is essential for me to solve the program. Clear? So that's all for this video. Hit a like button if you like my video. Do subscribe my channel if you are new to my channel. And must watch my previous videos, because I'm linking my present videos with my previous videos only. Like if you see the reversing number I have discussed in my previous video. And what I'll do is I'll just conduct like a survey. I'll just ask my friends, okay, you want which problem to be explained by me in my videos? I'll collect all these problems and I'll take top 3 problems and I'll explain these problems in my next coming videos. After explaining these top 3 problems, what I'll do is I'll just shift my topic from this number crunching problems to loop like patterns or some other topic. And finally, I'll again continue with my syllabus, which I have discussed in the first video. So if you want me to explain any particular problem, just comment in this comment box. I will definitely reply for your request. Thank you and meet you in my next videos.